Welcome to the first proper episode of Pop Culture English. Today, we will be talking about the movie K-Pop Demon Hunters. Have you heard about K-Pop Demon Hunters? Have you watched the movie? It's very popular at the moment. Since its release on Netflix in June, all the internet has been talking about it. It's very popular on social media. Chances are you have already seen clips of the movie on Instagram or other social media sites. A clip, by the way, is a short video that has been cut from a movie. So yeah, clips of K-Pop Demon Hunters are all over the internet. And for good reason. It is a great movie. So today, I wanted to talk a bit about K-Pop Demon Hunters and why I like it so much. Firstly, what is the movie about? I don't want to spoil anything, so I won't go into the details. Basically, in the world of K-Pop Demon Hunters, there are demons, as you might expect. And these demons eat human souls. But there's also a trio of singers called hunters who fight these demons. A trio, for those who don't know, is just a word to describe a group of three things or people. So, for instance, a trio of musicians or a trio of videos. Anyway, this trio of hunters has a special ability. Their songs are able to create a barrier which keeps demons out of the human world. The more popular their songs are, the stronger the barrier becomes. At the start of the movie, the demons aren't doing very well until they come up with an idea to weaken the barrier by making their own band and stealing the hunter's fans. A fan is just someone who likes something a lot. So, for example, you can be a fan of soccer or a fan of music. Anyway, there's this demon band. They start to steal the hunter's fans, and you can guess what happens next. What sold K-Pop Demon Hunters to a lot of people was the music. By the way, what sold the movie just means what made people like the movie. It's a nice phrase that you can use in a lot of contexts. So, for example, what sold the book to me was its story. Or, what sold the vacation to me was the price. Anyway, what sold the movie to me, and to a lot of people, was its songs. At its core, K-Pop Demon Hunters is really a musical. Musicals, for those who don't know, are plays or movies that feature lots of songs. Usually, these songs contribute towards the story. And K-pop Demon Hunters does just this. It uses songs to tell its story. I think the songs were actually written by people who normally write K-pop. So it makes sense why they're so good. I should probably explain what K-pop is, actually. It's just a word to describe pop music from South Korea. The K stands for Korea, obviously. But my point is that the songs were really, really, really well written. One of the songs, called Golden, has actually been the #1 song on Spotify for months now. So yeah, seriously good songwriting. Another reason why I think K-pop Demon Hunters has been so successful is the animation. Animation is a word that describes the art of a movie that hasn't been filmed in real life. An animated movie is the opposite of a live-action movie, kind of. For example, a live-action movie is filmed in real life and played by real actors, whereas an animated movie is drawn by artists, or, to use the proper word, drawn by animators. The animation studio behind K-pop Demon Hunters was Sony Pictures Animation, who has a reputation of making brilliant animated movies. Most notably, they made Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which has just the most beautiful animation. It was outside the box, it was innovative, and it felt so different from the animated movies we had gotten used to watching. Outside the box is another great phrase that describes things that are creative and unexpected. So yeah, Sony Pictures Animation has a great reputation, and this time they were no different. As a fan of Japanese and Asian animation, it was nice to see how Sony included Asian styles of animation in their movie. Stuff like exaggerated facial expressions and stylized designs, things you often see in Asian animation, made the movie feel a lot more authentic to its Korean origins. For those of you who don't know, a stylized design is a design that is not realistic, but has some cartoony elements. K-pop Demon Hunters uses these stylized designs a lot and it gives the movie a lot of its charm. So that's it for today. Right now, K-pop Demon Hunters is actually the most viewed movie ever on Netflix. So, if you haven't watched K-pop Demon Hunters yet, I highly recommend you do. Especially if you don't usually watch animated movies. Of course, thanks so much for listening to this podcast. If you have any feedback, please let me know. Until next time.